Have you ever walked into a coffee shop at 6 a.m., desperate for caffeine, and seen that piece of paper taped to the espresso machine? Out of order. During my first month at a busy downtown cafe, I was the guy apologizing for that sign. I watched people's mornings collapse in real time. A construction crew at 5:40 a.m. got stuck with drip coffee. An exhausted nurse coming off a night shift wanted one flat white before bed. Nothing. One woman cried at the register, then apologized for crying, which somehow made it worse. The machine had been dead for 11 weeks. My coworkers had accepted it as normal. I couldn't. I'd spent 3 years at my father's repair shop before this job. Compressors, pumps, boilers, anything with pressure in it I understood. So, on a dead Tuesday, with our manager Denise off for the day, I asked the shift lead if I could take a look. He shrugged and waved me on. The second I popped the panels off, the problem was obvious. Scale buildup caking the heating element, a jammed three-way solenoid, and a pressure sensor drowning in old milk residue. Nobody had descaled this machine. Not once. I spent 4 hours doing surgery on it, took the group heads apart, soaked every piece, scrubbed every seal, rebuilt the solenoid from scratch. A crowd formed. One regular stood there with his coffee going cold, watching like it was a live event. Someone in the back started taking bets on whether I'd pull it off. When I flipped the power back on, the boiler hummed to life. Every light turned green for the first time since spring. I pulled a test shot. Thick crema, zero channeling, perfect. The whole cafe cheered. Word spread through the neighborhood like wildfire. People who'd been turned away that morning actually came back. We sold more espresso in 3 hours than we normally did in 4 days. When that tired nurse walked back in, I made her the best flat white of her life. My coworkers were clapping me on the back. I went home proud. The next morning, Denise was waiting in the back office. She looked at me like I'd burned the building down. Before I even clocked in, she slid a paper across the desk, a termination notice, effective in 2 weeks. You performed unauthorized service on leased equipment, she said, ice cold. I tried to explain. It worked. Sales had tripled. Customers were thrilled. She cut me off. Turns out the corporation didn't even own those machines. They were leased, and the contract was airtight. Only certified manufacturer technicians could touch them. By opening that casing, I'd voided the warranty on a machine worth more than my car. The franchise was now liable for the full replacement cost. Add in the food safety exposure, and there was nothing left to argue. Rules were rules. Those final 2 weeks were brutal. The worst part? The machine ran flawlessly the whole time. Every perfect latte was a reminder of exactly what got me fired. But here's the part that actually matters. On my second to last day, that same regular who'd watched me fix the machine walked up to the counter. Turned out he owned a thriving independent coffee roastery across the river. For 8 months, he'd been trying to find someone reliable to maintain his machines without paying a technician to drive 3 hours out. He offered me a job on the spot and paid for my official manufacturer certification. The exact certification that would have made my original repair completely legal. Fast forward to today. I'm a fully certified technician servicing espresso machines for 11 cafes across the city. Last March, I got a frantic call about a boiler fault. I pulled into the parking lot and almost laughed. It was my old store. Denise didn't recognize me until she was signing the work order. She read my name, stopped, and slowly looked up. I fixed her machine in 40 minutes. Same solenoid, same corporate neglect, different paycheck.